Good evening. Good evening, lovely people. Good evening it is. Not a daytime video this time, but an evening slash nighttime. Sun has gone down there. Sun has gone behind Red Rock Mountains. It's officially sunset in Vegas. So what are we up to? Well, let me tell you. We are off to vintage bike night. Now, you'd think my old bike, this was it 24-year-old bike, would be classed as a vintage bike, but no. When we get there, there's going to be like, there's normally like a load of cafe races and stuff, and bikes from the 60s and 70s. None of this modern 90s stuff. This is a new bike in comparison. Anyway, today I was going to do a video. Going down to a place called Nelson, which is a ghost town just south of Vegas, and then the Hoover Dam. But my mate John texted me this morning and said, "Do you fancy going to vintage bike night?" So I put those plans to rest, and I thought I'll save myself a vintage bike night. I have not been to vintage bike night for, well, it must be 2015, so 7 years. And we used to go quite a lot. There used to be, I think I said in one of my other videos, but we used to have quite a good group of bikers on the squadron that I work on, and so it was a bit of a regular thing in our calendar, especially over the kind of spring and summer months. But there's not really the same vibe with bikers at the squadron now. Basically, there's no old people like me who are interested in going to see some vintage bikes. Little young'uns. It's more like vintage. It should be called vintage owner bike night rather than vintage bike night. Because probably the majority of people that go, they're probably just old like me. But anyway, it's a good crack. I mean, it might be different now, who knows. But when we used to go, there'd be like a live band on, like a bar, yeah, live music, bar, loads of like old bikes lined up and that. It was pretty cool. But we're going to find out, see if it's changed. So I'm going to meet John at the bottom of this road. So I'm going down this road to a gas station, and we're going to pick John up. Well, I'm going to get some gas actually, and then hopefully John should be there, and then we'll ride down Charleston Blvd all the way to pretty much to the Strip. And the bike night is in what's called the Arts District, which is kind of just north of the Strip, in between the Strip and Fremont Street, which, if you've seen my video along the Strip, you'll kind of get an idea where that is. Yeah, so that's where it is. So we're just going to take the kind of slow way down Charleston rather than get on the motorway. It's not slow if you hit a load of green lights, but if you hit every red light, it could take forever. So yes, that's what we're going to do. So here's the gas station coming up. Turn left. Oh, look at that! Just as I look down, the petrol light comes on. Jesus, I am like, couldn't have timed that any better. Oh, that's funny. Amazing. It's sort of gone off now. It goes off when I go around the corner. Alright, oh, I've not been to this gas station for a long time. Where do I go? I think it's easier to go right. And then left. See if I can see John. I'm a bit early, to be fair, so I don't reckon he's here yet. I do not see him. He is also going to be on a Ducati. Well, I think he's going to be on a Ducati. That is a good question. I don't actually know. He might well be on. What else has he got? He's got a Ducati 748. He's got a. He's got this new Kawasaki ZX6. But I don't think that's fully functioning or working properly yet, so I doubt it'll be on that. He'll come on his Ducati, I guarantee it. And he's also got a Honda Shadow, like this, which was actually my first bike, the Honda Shadow 750, like a late 90s cruiser, cheap looking Harley Davidson. But he's customized his Shadow, so it looks very cool. It's kind of like a I don't know what you call it, like a forest green, like a matte forest green. And he's got like ammunition, what do you call them, ammunition cases on the back as like boxes and stuff. Yeah, it's very cool. I don't think he'll be on that. I think he'll be on his Ducati. But anyway, let's get some fuel. Seeing as the petrol light just came on. Alright, fuel, look at this. Ugh, $5.75 a gallon. Oh my god. That was probably over $1 cheaper a week ago. Okay. So John then, how do I know John? John used to be in the Royal Navy, and we served out here together on the squadron, so I've known him a good 10 years. There he is, he's on the green machine. Hey buddy, how are you buddy?
Buddy, hey, you're on the red machine tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you come on.
Yeah, well, the red one certainly needs a ride out, but I don't know why I didn't bring that one actually. There was a reason. I can't remember what.
I've not seen this for ages.
Say again?
I'm not seeing this one for ages.
Yeah, no. To be honest, I rarely get out now, to be honest.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I kind of hit you up, like, to see if you was up for it. I'm not sure if it's sweet.
Looking good.
Yeah. So which one are we going? Should we just go to the one on Charleston first?
I think it is that one because I saw it on their Instagram page.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so I think it's where it used to be.
Yeah.
So I'll just follow you down there, mate.
All right, no worries. I think we can still. I'm not sure if we can take that left though, so we might have to.
Oh, they used to kind of. They used to let you, didn't they?
Yeah.
Has it changed now? Is it?
There's a new build. There's a
Oh, I see.
all over there.
Oh, right, okay.
So,
mate, I'll just stick behind you.
all right, no worries.
And we'll do some crazy U-turn or whatever.
Yeah. All right, no worries.
Are you good for fuel?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so there he's not on his Ducati. He's on his green machine. Such a cool bike. Sounds cool. Looks cool. And let's find neutral. There you go, I'll give you a good look at John's bike. So you've got his desert boots on. Yeah, so John was in the Royal Navy. Yeah, served on the same squadron. He lives out here now though. He married an American girl called Kelly, and he lives out here and he does like he was a photographer in the Navy, and he does photography for real estate. Yeah, so he photographs houses for them to be sold and all that. Does well for himself. Good lad. Top lad. Really like him. And we've been out on a few, since I got diagnosed especially, been out on a couple of little rides and had a coffee and stuff, and it's nice to have a chat with an old mate. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Talk to your friends. It's my only form of counselling, really. Talk to Tracy, talk to John, text people, which is one of the reasons I'm looking forward to go back to UK, to see friends. That your new lid? Yeah. That's just...
I think it's a cheap version of the other one that I had. I didn't know what size to get. I reckon I could have got the smaller one.
Okay, yeah. John got a plain black helmet on AC, but he had a really nice helmet that he'd painted himself with, if I remember rightly, I think it had an American flag on one side and a Union flag on the other. I think, might be wrong, but it was kind of like really faint, so it was very subtle, really stylish, very nicely done. John's really good at doing things like that. He's got that kind of creative side to him, just being a photographer. But yeah, he was out on a job. I assumed he'd gone on his bike and left his helmet on his bike outside someone's house, and someone bloody nicked it. So I'd be absolutely devastated, especially, it's not just a helmet bought from a shop. He's spent the time to paint it and that himself. So yeah, devastating. Feel really bad for him. Why do people do things like that? Why do people steal other people's shit? Why don't they just work for a living and I haven't ridden, I don't think, in Vegas at night. Well, not like, well, I have, obviously, to work. But not on like these sort of streets, like busy streets on a Friday evening. Everyone's just in a rush to get home, and Charleston's horrible at the best of times. It's a 45 limit, but people fly down here and there's shops and there's, turns and gas stations. And loads of reasons for people to just like take a last minute swerve into something. So it's quite an unnerving road to ride on, especially at night on a bike that doesn't have like, it's not like I've got LED lights and bright clothing. So yeah, so we're going to keep our wits about us today. Check who's behind me, checking who's next to me. Actually, we're in a quite little spot here. Normally you're just surrounded by cars, but at the moment it seems alright. I will take it. So yeah, John was one of the gang we used to go down to Vintage Bike Night. At the gas station we were just talking about where it is, because I found the website, the Main Street Moto website, that said it was now moved to a hotel along Charleston. And then John found a website that said it's in the place where we always used to have it. So I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, sorry. And then so we were talking about that, and then I saw Main Street Motor on their Instagram site posted a story saying best night of the month, 3rd Friday of every month, Vintage Bike Night, and it had the address of the old place that we used to go to. So I'm kind of pleased about that, because I think if I went to this new place, maybe it wouldn't have the same feel. So I'm kind of looking forward to going back to where it used to be and reminiscing. Because this is probably going to be the first time I've been since I came back, and the last time. Oh, I don't know actually. maybe if tonight is a great success, John and I will go again. Actually, chances are we definitely will, so maybe this isn't my last time. I'm trying to remember if I ever went to this vintage bike night on my Triumph. I must have done. I must have. What? No, I don't remember. It's silly if I did. I must have done. I must have gone to it. So my Triumph, I had a Triumph Disruption which I customised, and called Terry Triumph. Absolutely brilliant bike. And part of me thinks you're an effing idiot for selling it, but I did have good reason. What was that reason? So as much as I loved it, I'd kind of done everything I wanted to do on it, and I didn't need, you don't need it, I wanted a bike that was a little bit more practical in terms of covering long distances, but I didn't want just a plain old I didn't need another sports bike, and I didn't want to do long distances on this all the time, because it's an old bike. She is reliable, but you always have that little niggly doubt. So I sold the Triumph, and I bought Dora, the Ducati Hyperstrada 939, because it's kind of a small multistrada, so it's kind of a very sporty biased bike, but then it's got the luggage boxes, it's got a screen, I've got a sat nav on there now, I've got a sat nav on there, it's a little bit more comfortable, it's got a decent seat on the back for Tracy, so I needed that. I needed something I could commute on that wasn't, had no screen. I was smashed in the face on the motorway. It was quite tiring, a 1 hour commute to work, but a lot of that down the A1 it's just tiring. So and it was not a slow bike, none of these bikes, especially a 900, not slow, but it wasn't by any means a rapid bike. So I wanted something that was a little bit faster, but so I could do the mileage on. So I sold Terry, and it was very upsetting, but I regret it and I don't regret it, because I regret it because I miss it. It's such a lovely bike, but I don't regret it because I've had good times with Dora, and Dora is a brilliant bike as well. I probably wouldn't have done the things I've done on Dora if I still had Terry, so it's a means to an end, isn't it? Anyway, so Terry I sold to a guy called Phil. Hello Phil, if you're listening. I'm going to say like Phil is a friend of mine, but I've never actually met him. But I classed you as a friend, Phil. But when I sold it to Phil, I said to him, one of the stipulations of sale is that I get first buyback option. So when he comes to sell it, I said I want first dibs. Now I 100% still stand by that, and if he decides to sell it one day, I would definitely still like to have that option. And financially I might not be in a position to do it. I don't know how long that's going to be before he wants to sell it. If it's a few years time, obviously the bike's going to not be worth as much then as it is now. So a lot of things have to fall into place. But I definitely would like to have the option of buying that bike back, because I customised it. I feel like it's my creation. There's not another one like it. Well, however, saying that, Phil has done his he's like kind of further customised it, tidied it up a bit. He used a company called Down and Out Cafe Races to do some work for him, so he's customised it a bit more since. So it wouldn't necessarily feel exactly like my bike, but obviously I can change a couple of things back that he's done. But I'm not saying that what he's done to the bike is wrong. It's his bike, and absolutely he's done the right thing. He's made it his own, because he was probably fully aware when he bought it how much I love that bike. So it's important that he doesn't own the bike thinking it's still mine and he's just kind of leasing it off me. Yeah, good for him. Getting a couple of jobs done, getting a paint job done that he likes and that. So yeah, so that's good. Oh, such a great bike. But hopefully Phil and I will meet one day when I move back to UK. I think he said it's his brother lives quite near me, so he can come down and stay with his brother, and I might even get to ride Terry if he comes down on the bike. Wouldn't that be nice? So yeah, so that's Terry Triumph. I must have brought it down to finish bike night, surely. I'll have to look through my picture album.
You look like it's taking forever to get down.
Yeah. As I was saying earlier, this road is really really quick if you hit all the green lights, or really slow, like we're finding now, if you hit all the reds. Glad I'm following John, because I've kind of forgotten how we get into this place. I'm definitely a follower. I prefer to be at the back of a group of riders rather than like at the front or in the middle. I'm definitely a follower, not a leader. I think it's just I like to see what's happening. If I'm at the front or in the middle, I spend more of my life looking behind me, see what's going on. This bike is so uncomfortable in traffic, just like traffic situations around town or whatever. Yeah, the gears it's just not made to go 30 miles an hour. Clunky clutch, heavy clutch. You leant forward. You get stopped at a few of these red lights and you're like, ugh. But I have ridden it to Italy from the UK and back, and it was extremely comfortable. Full of camping gear as well. Camped for 10 nights? 10 nights I think it was. So a lot of camping gear strapped to the back. It was like I had a pillion passenger on the back. I had that amount of luggage. If I wasn't camping, obviously I'd have a couple of change of clothes and that'd be about it. But camping, you have to take a tent, a sleeping bag, and a roll mat, some sort of cooking kind of device, jet boil or whatever. So yeah, impressive bike, the old 916. Oh, another red light. Ooh. Fine neutral. Ah, lovely. Shouldn't really coast like this when you ride. Sorry, teaching you bad habits. But if I don't find neutral when I'm going kind of 10-15 miles an hour, then I won't find it, and then I have to sit at a traffic light for like 5 bloody minutes with my hand holding the clutch in. So we are now almost there. We've reached the 15 motorway. We're going to go under the 15, which is the motorway that runs parallel with the strip. And as we go under there, it's about another probably a half a mile from where we are now. Into bike night. Let's get some air into the bike. Daisy is getting warm. I've ridden this bike in the peak of the summer down the strip and she gets really hot, so I know she's fine with the heat. Probably more me. I need to cool down. I think we used to go there. Oh, aha. This is it. Oh, there, yeah. All right.